Hello everyone, I welcome you all for this data mining course. The course instructor is Dr. K. Meenakshi Sundaram, Associate Professor and Head, PG and Research Department of Computer Science. Myself, Dr. J. Vandarkuzhuali, Assistant Professor in the same department. I am the co-instructor of this course. We are going to see the overview of data mining with major topics, applications, KDD process, machine learning, clustering, classification and outlier analysis. Let us see the introductory part of data mining. Whenever we heard the term data mining, the famous quote comes in our mind. It is drowning in data yet starving for knowledge. What is data mining? As per William J. Frawley et al., it is the non-trivial extraction of implicit, previously unknown and potentially useful information from data. Data mining finds valuable information hidden in large volume of data. It is the analysis of data and the use of software techniques for finding patterns and regularities in data sets. Data mining is an interdisciplinary field of databases, statistics, high performance computing, machine learning, visualization and mathematics. Let us see the importance and applications of data mining. The importance is the practice of categorizing raw data sets into patterns based on trends or abnormalities is known as data mining. Companies utilize a variety of data mining methods and tactics to gather information for data analytics and deeper business insights. For modern firms, data is the most valuable asset. Extracting important data from a disorganized data source is tough, similar to mining gold. For data patterns or trends, you will need to employ tools. Data is not completely erased from a data collection, unlike minerals. This procedure entails defining the structure of a data collection, the connections between the various data, and what data to extract for data analysis. Finding and extracting data as well as translating it into useful information are all process of in the data mining. People have accumulated vast amounts of data and it now resembles big mountains with hidden treasures among the piles of junk. One can mine data that has the potential to alter a small business by sticking to the strategy and employing the correct data mining techniques and tools. The applications are majorly data mining is useful in research, education sector, transportation, market basket analysis, business transactions, intrusion detection, scientific analysis, finance and banking sector, insurance and healthcare and others. In healthcare, data mining has a lot of promise for improving healthcare systems. It identifies best practices for improving treatment and lowering costs using data and analytics. Multi-dimensional databases, machine learning, soft computing, data visualization and statistics are among the data mining techniques used by researchers. The volume of patients in each group may be predicted using data mining. Patients have appropriate care and correct place and at the right time thanks to the development process. Healthcare insurers can employ data mining to detect fraud and misuse. Next one is banking and finance. The banking industry is now dealing with and managing massive volumes of data and transaction information as a result of digitalization. With its capacity to detect patterns, casualties, market risks, and other connections that are critical for managers to be aware of, data mining applications in banking can easily be the suitable answer. In education, data mining is a rapidly growing area that is concerned with creating ways for discovering information from data originating from educational environments, predicting students' future learning behavior, researching the impacts of educational assistance, and improving scientific understanding about learning are all aims of educational data mining. Fraud detection. Fraud has resulted in the loss of billions of dollars. Traditional fraud detection approaches are time consuming and complicated. Data mining assists in the identification of significant patterns and the transformation of data into information. Knowledge is defined as any information that is both valid and helpful. The information of all users should be protected by a flawless fraud detection system. The gathering of sample record is part of a supervised technique. Market basket analysis. Market basket analysis is a method for analyzing the purchases made by a consumer in a supermarket. This notion identifies a customer's habit of regular purchases. The study may assist firms into advertise bargains, offers and sales, and data mining tools can aid with this work. Let us see what is knowledge discovery in database. So these are all the steps of knowledge discovery in database. Initially, selection, pre-processing, transformation, data mining, interpretation or evaluation. Finally, we get knowledge. In data cleaning is defined as a removal of noisy and irrelevant data from collection. Cleaning in case of missing values, noisy data, where noise is a random or variance error. Cleaning with data discrepancy detection and data transformation tools can be done. Data integration is defined as heterogeneous data from multiple sources combined in a common source, that is data warehouse. Data integration can be done with the help of data migration tools, data synchronization tools, and using ETL, that is extract, load and transformation process. Data selection is defined as the process where data relevant to the analysis is decided and retrieved from the data collection. Data selection can be done using neural network, decision trees, naive Bayes, clustering, regression, etc. Data transformation is defined as the process of transforming data into appropriate form required by mining procedure. Data transformation is a two-step process with data mapping and code generation. So data mapping, assigning elements from source base to destination to capture transformations. Code generation is a creation of the actual transformation program. Next one is data mining. This is the heart of KDD process. Data mining is defined as clever techniques that are applied to extract patterns potentially useful. Transforms task relevant data into patterns. It decides purpose of model using classification or characterization. Next one is pattern evaluation. Pattern evaluation is defined as identifying strictly increasing patterns representing knowledge based on given measures. Find interestingness score of each pattern. Uses in summarization and visualization to make data understandable by user. Next one is knowledge representation. Knowledge representation is defined as the technique which utilizes visualization tools to represent data mining results. Using knowledge representation, we can view with the help of reports, tables, discriminant rules, classification rules, characterization rules, etc. Let us see machine learning in detail. Machine learning is an application of artificial intelligence that involves algorithm and data that automatically analyze and make decision by itself without human intervention. It describes how computer perform tasks on their own by previous experiences. Therefore, we can say in machine language, artificial intelligence is generated on the basis of experience. The difference between normal computer software and machine learning is that a human developer has not given codes that instructs the system how to react to situation. Instead, it is being trained by a large number of data. Types of machine learning are supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. In supervised learning, it is a technique where the program is given labeled input data and the expected output data. It gets the data from the training data containing set of examples. They generate two kinds of result. One is classification, another one is regression. Classification gives the class of the data it is presented with. Regression, they expect the product to produce a numerical value. Unsupervised learning is a type of algorithm consists of input data without labeled response. There will not be any pre-existing labels and human intervention is also less. It is mostly used in exploratory analysis as it can automatically identify the structure of data. The last one is reinforcement learning. This model is used in making a sequence of decisions. It is a learning by interacting with the environment. It is based on the observation that intelligent agents tend to repeat action that are rewarded for and refrain from action that are punished for. It can be said that it is an trial and error method in finding the best outcome based experience. The uses of machine learning are traffic prediction, virtual personal assistant, speech recognition, email spam and malware filtering, bioinformatics, natural language processing. Some best and most commonly used machine learning programs are Python, Java, C, C++, Shell, R, JavaScript, Scala, Shell and Julia. Let us see the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is a concept of creating intelligent machines that stimulates human behavior, whereas machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence that allows machine to learn from data without being performed. The advantages are they are fast, accurate and efficient. Automation of most applications is possible. Wide range of real life applications, enhanced cyber security and spam detection, no human intervention is needed, handling multi-dimensional data is possible. The disadvantages are it is very difficult to identify and rectify errors, and another disadvantages data. Let us see the difference between clustering and classification. So clustering is unsupervised learning, classification is supervised learning. Classification is used for supervised learning, whereas clustering is used for unsupervised learning. The process of classifying the input instances based on their corresponding class labels is known as classification, whereas grouping the instances based on their similarity without the help of class labels is known as clustering. As classification have labels, so there is need of training and testing datasets for verifying the model created, but there is no need for training and testing dataset in clustering. Classification is more complex as compared to clustering, as there are many levels in the classification phase, whereas only grouping is done in clustering. Classification examples are logistic regression, naive Bayes classifier, support vector machines. Clustering examples are k-means clustering algorithm, fuzzy c-means clustering algorithm, Gaussian clustering, that is expectation maximization algorithm. Let us see about outlier analysis. Outlier refer to the data points that exist outside of what is to be expected. The major thing about the outlier is what do you do with them. If you are going to analyze any task, to analyze data sets, you will always have some assumptions based on how this data is generated. If you find some data points that are likely to contain some form of error, then these are likely called as outliers, and depending on the context, you want to overcome these errors. The data mining process involves the analysis and prediction of data that the data holds. In 1969, Grubbs introduced the first definition of outliers. Difference between outliers and noise is any unwanted error occurs in some previously measured variable or there is any variance in previously measured variable is called noise. Before finding the outlier present in any data set, it is recommended first to remove the noise. Types of outliers are global or point outliers, collective outliers, and contextual or conditional outliers. Outlier analysis. Outliers are discarded at many places when data mining is applied, but it is still used in many applications like fraud detection, medical, etc. It is usually because the events that occur rarely can store much more significant information than the events that occur more regularly. Other applications where outlier detection plays a vital role. They are any unusual response that occurs due to medical treatment can be analyzed through outlier analysis in data mining. Fraud detection in telecom industry. In market analysis, outlier analysis enables marketers to identify the customer's behaviors. In the medical analysis field, fraud detection in banking and finance such as credit cards, insurance sectors, etc. The process in which behavior of outlier is identified in dataset is called outlier analysis. It is also known as outlier mining. The process is defined as a significant task of data mining. Let us see some social impacts of mining. Data mining has innovatively influenced our daily lifestyle, like how we work, shop, what we buy, search for any information. Importantly, saves our precious time and offers personalized product recommendations based on our previous history like Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Data mining emerging in all fields like healthcare, finance, marketing and social media. But there is a higher contribution towards healthcare and well-being by using data mining software to analyze data when developing drugs and to find associations between patients, drugs and outcomes, and improving patient satisfaction, providing more patient-centered care and decreasing costs and increase operating efficiency. Insurance organizations can detect medical insurance fraud and abuse through the data mining and reduce their losses. An old payment system has now taken different forms of transactions depending on usage, acceptability, methods, technology and availability. It changes the physical financial transaction to virtual payment transaction. So data mining focuses on successful transactions and keep track of fake transactions. It is also used in web-wide tracking technology that tracks users' interest while visiting any site. So information about every site is being recorded, which can be used further to provide marketers with information reflecting your interest. It is also used for customer relationship management, which helps in providing more customized personal service to individual customers. By studying browsing and purchasing history of web stores, companies can tailor advertisements and promotions to customer profiles. Only those who are interested and less likely to be annoyed with unwanted mailings. This helps in reducing costs, the waste of time, and providing and improving work productivity. Here are some references and video resources. Thank you for the patient listening.